All right. Wait, what's happening? I was gonna say everyone needs to get to work, but I guess okay. I guess everyone's sleeping. Oh no! Wait. We had different. I remember. We have new shifts. Anyways, welcome back to the underwater prison gulag. This place. Welcome back to this place. Fox does the things in this episode. The things that we're going to be doing are digging for food, because we're playing food is not included. Let's speed things up. So what we're going to be doing today is basically just looking for food. All of the assignments right now are going to be basically food related. We need to dig up as many of these areas with cracks as possible. Already finding some food. Oh, and let me slow things down. Let's go to medium speed. Let me put some orders in. There's 3 cracks over here. Where else can I find some? Let's just shave this entire part off here. That's good enough. Alright, so I have renamed some people. I'm probably gonna try to do it 2 people who have not been in a game for every 1 person that has been in a previous game. So, welcome, Grumble Stiltskin, our researcher. Welcome, Rebel Reborn, our, digging and excavating. And welcome, retired mech warrior, Orestes Mac 10. That was his mech warrior call sign. Because that was his favorite weapon, I think. The Mac 10. Don't worry. When I return to BattleTech in the expansion, I actually will be using the... I said I didn't like the Mac 10 in the standard BattleTech without any DLC. I like the Mac 10 a lot more with the DLC. But more on that when the time comes. So, we're finding the food. Let's speed things up. Almost up to 10,000, so even though we're having a bit of a food problem, like just trying to stay thematic with the gulag, etc., we're finding the food. It's really not that big of a deal. All you gotta do is focus on digging in areas where you see these cracks, and you're gonna find food. You're gonna find food. So I want to drain this water in there, and because I think we've got a good enough amount of food. No more research for now. What we're gonna do is build ladders down here. We're gonna poke a hole and just drain the water into there. Let's remove that and add this. We'll use this right here to kind of plug the water from leaking in. Yes, very nice, very nice. See, I talked a little bit yesterday about how I think we're gonna need gas, because I look at all these. I mean, like, the farther you travel away, you're going to have different types of gas, but I feel like it's happening really rapidly. And we want to move into these areas, so just finding a way to contain all of this gas, I think, is just going to be a relevant part of the experience. Wait. Let's not do that just yet. Let's make sure this is done first. Open it up a little bit. So the first shift is ending, but the shifts are two blocks apart, I guess 2 hours apart. Time units apart, whatever you want to call it. It's 2 thingies apart. Okay, now we can poke a hole in there, and then we can actually get in here like this. So we're out of seeds, but the good news is that when these grow and we harvest them, they have a chance to produce seeds. And the chance to produce seeds increases with the skill of the farmer. So also very nice. This area is going to fill up. Actually, it's going to fill this area. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that, actually. Good. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so now we're draining the water out. And just drain all of this water out. I want all this water out of here. Very nice. Yeah, keep going. So here we're digging into the salt. Fortunately, we didn't release any hydrogen. It doesn't really matter if we release any hydrogen. I just try to I just like to have everything stay organized. It's not a necessity. You can reorganize, like you can clean everything up. Let's get a new research going, because I feel like we're doing, I think we're gonna be okay on food. I think what I want now is smart home. I want this light, and then I want this so we can start getting a little bit of our initial automation going. That means I am gonna need to use the rock crusher. That's another thing that's going to mean. So another thing we're gonna do is we're going to start building this up here, and the reason for that is because I see some more water that we can get, and I don't want to dig over here because I want the water to continue following in this direction. Okay, very good. But that's enough assignments for him for now. Like, you don't want him to get overloaded. The food is in a sterile atmosphere, so that plan is working, meaning the food is decaying slower. Although I think muckroot has a really good shelf life, so it's not like the most insane play that we've made there. So let's make kind of like a staircase upwards in order to get to this water. Just like that. Also, let's just clear this as well. Just like that. Very good. Very good. Like the slaves are beginning to understand. Just it's kind of like an orientation thing. People are just starting to get the hang of it. And we are draining this water. Keeping the water separate and organized, I think that's going to be a really big theme here. I'm going to need a lot more forms of water containment. Okay, so let's get the food, since, like I said, we are trying to push back against food loss. That's going to buy us even more time. Where else is there water that we need to kind of drain? We got water here. Okay, I think that's all of the water. So what we're going to do next is... we're probably going to make this the water area. How do we want to do this, though? Let's just dig down here. Down to the bottom floor. And this. Just so that we can kind of get an idea. Let's also start adding in blocks so that we can visualize the floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we'll go this is as deep as we're going to go, because I don't want to cut through the obsidian right now. This is also going to release the oxygen pressure in this area, which means this oxalite is going to start off-gassing, which is fine. Just get some free oxygen. And so what we're going to do is probably make... this is going to be our water reservoir. This area here, I believe. Getting the water everywhere, that's always one of the parts that takes a while. Like, no matter how many times I play this game, that always takes a little while. So, the way I'm visualizing this is there might be 4 tanks of water. There might be salt water, polluted water, clean water, and then reclaimed clean water, which might have germs in it. So technically clean water, but clean water with germs in it. That's kind of how I'm visualizing it. I'm not entirely sure, though. I don't entirely know how I want to do it. And like I said, I'm not going to be married to a lot of these setups like I was before. These are going to be tomorrow, I believe. These are going to be in their... yeah, like, look at that. It's actually going to be ready really soon. The growth rate is 96%, so this is going to be done today, which means we're going to start getting our food. Okay, let's start getting in here. Like this. And let's start building the flooring. Yeah, just like that. Also, I want to build it, like, in case any water starts getting trapped in there. I'm a little worried about I'm worried about water leaking a bit, so what I might do is... this, I'm gonna create basically like scaffolding so that we can kind of build the under area first. And that, because like right here, this crack might cause water to leak through. Because like these aren't very solid surfaces, and it's possible for water to leak through one tile. Also, we need to harvest all this. There's no reason just to leave this here. All these little... It's like, even though I'm a little rusty at the game, all these little things are they're just kind of coming back over time, just, you know, ideas, the tricks of the trade. That's really what it is, it's the tricks of the trade. Oh yeah, we did that, didn't we? We can't get any automation just because, let's queue up some... Okay, give me about... Make this a 7. Queue up some copper ore in order to make, refined copper. And let's go ahead and get some lights. How about one here, here, and here? Yeah, that looks fine. And let's see, what automation options do we have? Do we have the switch block? I kind of want to use the switch block. I think I want to use... I'm not sure if I want to use the switch block. Where's the switch block? Okay, oh, the weight plate. I'm gonna use the motion sensor. I think the motion sensor is where it's gonna be at. I need refined metals to make the motion sensor, so yeah, we're stuck on that for the moment. And we can just go ahead and remove this as well. Let's mark where the end of this will be. It's gonna be like right here. Right there. Get into there and build. Build! Very nice. There you go. You can see I'm supplying it. Unfortunately, our characters don't have a very high carrying capacity, so they can't really carry many materials to the building location. Like, they have to constantly go back and forth. But that's just a matter of leveling up over time. Also, we need more manpower. We have our building specialist, though. It's much easier when you have, like, just a designated person to build. Looking pretty good. In fact, we could release some of this water, and it wouldn't make too much of a mess. In fact, another way we could do this is like that. We could just add a ladder and just completely dam this up, just so we could prevent any water leakages, because once the water going down, falling due to gravity, that's not a big deal, but having to pump the water up, that takes a little while. That takes effort. So let's go ahead and add these in. What's everyone do? Oh yeah, they're crushing the rocks. We even need one over here too. I'm gonna wait. I do want the weight plate, actually. I do want the pressure plate. Let's begin researching the pressure plate. Let's begin getting sensors. Like so. Let's build some wires. Like so. There we go. If you're wondering, once again, if you're new to the game, if you're wondering why I'm doing this, there is a bonus for working in a well-lit environment, which is what we're doing. And the bonus is you go faster. Like you get through with the construction quicker, or whatever task you're doing gets a speed bonus. Just like that. And the reason we're going to use these motion detectors and whatnot is because the motion detectors will prevent the lights from just being on 24/7, and so they'll only turn on when somebody is nearby. That way we save a bit of electricity and a little bit of heat. I mean, these lights aren't insane. They're not like super powerful, but I mean, there's no reason to like waste electricity if we could help it. Plus, you know, the automation is useful. The same thing's going to occur over here. I don't know where. We probably haven't finished the research for the weight plate. So, this facility is really tall. Let me see. Where's it under? It's under furniture. Yeah, it's really tall, so I can't build it except over here. So that's probably not going to work. We're probably going to need to use a lamp. Yeah, something more like this. And that's simply because this is one of the buildings that is 4 units tall. See, this building is 3 units tall, which is why I can actually build over here. That we can see right here. Oh, it's not on yet. It doesn't have electricity. So the motion sensor is detecting somebody, but we don't have electricity yet, so they're not getting the bonus. Getting a little overloaded on our tasks. Food is looking good. 21,000. So we've gotten over that little like food hump. That's something that we need to keep an eye on, especially when the numbers get bigger. When you're dealing with like 70,000 food, it can be kind of easy to miss what a downtrend of food looks like, and then it can just kind of creep up on you. There we go. So now you got a lit workspace. Better visibility from the light is allowing this duplicate to work faster, 15% speed. So that means they'll get through their job 15% faster, which means they'll charge these batteries up 15% faster, they'll research 15% faster. And now the automation isn't done over here, but now that you see how it turned off, that's what we were just doing, this very simple thing. Very nice. Let's see our refined metals. Refined metal, we don't have too much of it. We'll have to crush more ore, but we want a more long-term solution for more efficient refined metal refinement, but right now we're basically stuck with that. So let's go ahead and get, where is it? Furniture, a lamp. Put it right here, I guess. And let's see, I want... Do we have the block yet? Have we finished researching it? Oh no, we haven't finished researching it, that's why. We can at least get the wire built. I'm not gonna connect it up just yet though. Alright, we need new duplicates. No. 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 No, we'll take the food. Don't want any of those guys. Even though, I mean, we could just take them just for, like, the sheer manpower, but I'm okay with being a little picky in the beginning. Like, that doesn't really bother me. Okay, let's continue making the flooring. Like, whoops, what am I doing? I'm going crazy. Doing it all wrong. Okay, so they're gonna finish that up, and then we can start getting the water all into one spot. How close are we to the research? Oh, they just finished it. They finished the research. Let's see. Here it is. The weight plate. I want it right here. That's annoying. Okay, so we're going to change this. We're just gonna demolish all of this and move it over. Basically, the problem we're having is that the weight plate needs to go right underneath the plug on this, because that's technically, even though the character stands next to this button, they're technically under where the plug is. Let's see here. More research. Advanced research. Wait. Astronomy. There we go. Need to be a little careful. We're starting to catch up on our morale. Okay, let's get this guy. So we need to scoot this over by 1. We need to connect it up like this. I need to add a weight plate. Looks like I have to deconstruct this. So we'll deconstruct this tile. We'll build a lamp right here. Let's go ahead and deconstruct that. Let's go ahead and put in the weight plate right here. Let's get the automation like this. And the wire plugged in just like that. Now, this is going to be really good because this thing uses up an okay amount of, like, it uses up a decent amount of electricity, especially in the early game. But most importantly, it takes a very long time. The rock crusher, it's just one of these devices that takes forever to actually do its job. Okay, so the new problem is that we need to get all of the weight off of this, so... What I'm gonna do is temporarily, I'm just gonna build something right over here, and then I'm gonna sweep up this just to clear the plate. Because right now the weight plate is being weighed down. Okay, we're gonna make this sweep only all, and we're gonna sweep this right here. Let's just get the, let's just make it so that nothing is weighing the plate down. There we go. So now nothing is weighing the plate down. Am I able to control the... Okay, another way I could do it would be above. I don't know, how much do you guys weigh? Properties. 30 kilograms. Okay, so if above 30 kilograms. There we go. Oh. If... Below 50 kilograms? If, 29? Okay, if above 29 kilograms, there we go. I didn't know I could actually choose the weight like that. That's interesting. I think that this thing's just in the way. I don't care if we... Well, let's just get rid of that just so I can start getting the water in here. I'm not going to be picky with just one thing of oxalite. Okay, now we can start doing this. Let's get it. Let's also clear that out. Yes, very nice, very nice. And what we're gonna do is go all the way over here and start building this upwards. And start kind of creating like the beginning of the water tank. Try to make as little bit of a mess as possible before we really start demolishing this area and getting the water everywhere. Also, I do want to let some time pass to let this oxalite off-gas all of its oxygen so we get the free oxygen. Another thing we're going to have to do, we're going to have to start switching over to coal power really soon. How much coal do we have? Consumable or coal? We've got not a whole lot of coal, but we might have to get into coal anyways, because we're going to need the extra electricity. Super hard digging? Yeah, that's fine. There we go. So let's check our rooms. So this is a room, this is a room. This is probably going to be the dining room. Let's go ahead and make some furniture. Oh, we don't have the research for that. It is... I think it's in the food category, yeah, so we need meal prep. That will allow us to make the dining room. The dining room will give us a good morale boost. Uh-oh, 2 of these are... These need to be done. Like, that's a problem. Like, we can't... The toilets can't be out simultaneously. Like, that's just... That cannot be allowed. And these guys need to use the restroom, too, so that's also bad. Come on. Come on. Very nice. Now they gotta fill it up. Okay, they're gonna use... Okay, they got it in time. Nice. Okay, so if the bathrooms are filling up at the same speed, then that's just what sometimes you need to manually empty them. Like, if they're both at about 50%, you probably want to manually empty them, but that was an opportunity for someone to poop all over the floor. That would have been... not good. It would have been doog, the opposite of good. Let's start mopping up some of this water. And over here too. We're gonna need to build a ladder to actually get up there, and I'm gonna have to remove that. See that? We're getting our meal lice. Very nice. I believe Lucky Duck is satisfied being the farmer of the group, which is fine. I'm also get the impression that not everyone is going to be satisfied with the job. Oh, look, the little guys hatched, the pips. They're still babies, though. I don't know if they can actually do their job of planting seeds until they mature into adults. Look at all this. Yeah, here we go. Here we're getting the salt water right now. Interesting. So I might make a second long 24 tile area. Put that there. Put that there. One of these. Yeah, let's see what would 24 tiles look like. Oh, that's not bad at all. Oh, we need beds! Wait, why can't they get back to their... What's happening? You just open all these doors. These doors... Why are you sleeping over here? Like, you have beds. Go ahead and just make 2 more, just in preparation of more people. Also, we need, the dining room area. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and do this. Another door. Let's go ahead and finish this area. Because we need to boost our morale a little bit. And this will certainly do that, making some, you know, actual, like, dining rooms and things such as that. There we go. That will finish that room. We need to make this into a... What do we need to make this? We need... I forgot what it's called. A Great Hall. I need 20 decor. Furniture. Let's add in... I don't have hanging pots yet. This is everyone's fault but mine. I need this. Artistic expression. You need to express yourselves artistically! Why aren't you expressing yourselves? I'm expressing myself! I'm expressing my displeasure right now that you haven't finished the research yet. So I'm probably gonna make this a chlorine room. Or maybe this will be the chlorine room and we'll just move that elsewhere. Either way, I want the chlorine room to be close to the dining room. Maybe this will become the dining room. And this will be the chlorine room. And this will be the recreation room. And then we'll just move this to another floor at another point in time. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to figure it out. But I just don't want it to be very far away. I want people to have stuff that's close together. Right now, it doesn't matter, though. We're just not in position to actually do anything with chlorine just yet. Okay, I think we just got what we were looking for. So let's go ahead and get 3, 4 plants in here. Why? We don't need 4, but we're going to do 4 anyways, because why the heck not? Hopefully I have 4 plants to plant. I did. Plant this. Alright, and then we will copy... Well, we can't do anything until they finish. Oh, you guys are just not going it up. So this person is going to be stranded, and... Well, actually, they'll do that in fall. That's fine. Very good. Well, so far, very good. Work! Work, slaves! Work! You're going too slow. Commissar Fox demands that you work faster. Come on, this is just algae. You can cut through the algae in moments. Just algae. Okay, I guess what's happening is they're having to fetch sandstone as building materials. Yeah, that's what's happening. Okay, let's see. Do we get somebody new? Operating it up, you're a farter. Suit wearing, ranch, supplying, building, and farter. Suit wearing and ranching. I do need someone else with ranching, but I think we can wait. Let's go with another care package. Also, people have promotions. Promotion time! More building. Excellent. We do need more building. Faster building. Always nice. Build these. Speaking of which. Oh. Build! 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 Maybe I gotta reset it. No, don't go to sleep. Build! Okay, now I just need to copy this over. Like that, and like that. You better put all my plants in before it's over. I'm gonna get upset. No! Put the plants in! No! Because we're at 30 minutes and that means that's the end of the episode. No! We didn't make our quotas! This is everyone else's fault except mine! You disobedient duplicates think you could just go to sleep in the fetal position whistling? I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad! Well, I guess we'll have to decorate in the next episode. So, all this needs to become a Great Hall is they just need to plant these, and that'll give us a further morale bonus. And by having that morale bonus, we'll be able to promote people a bit more easily. The reason for that, once again, if you haven't played the game, is these green bars are our morale. The red bar is expectation. Expectation is basically how organized and how nice the duplicates expect the base to be in exchange for leveling up. And as the characters level up, this gets higher. Low-level skills only take up 1 bar, but bigger skills, like you can see this takes up many bars in order to teach them. It gets even worse when you get to stuff like this. Like, look how many bars that would take for rocket navigating. Now, if you have them choose a skill that's one of the ones they like, in addition to it increasing their expectation, they'll also gain 1 morale. So, like, giving people the skills that they enjoy certainly cuts down on the requirement for morale, but it's not necessary. But it is a pretty good idea. Just because generating morale is it's not insanely hard, but at the same time, it's something that you have to be worried about. If you ever do go overboard and give people too many skills and they can't keep up with it, you can use the skill scrubber. The skill scrubber takes a long time to actually scrub skills, but it resets their points, and then you can spend their points slower so that they don't their expectation doesn't exceed the reasonable morale that they could have. Morale from decor starts to fluctuate quite a bit. Right now, morale from decor, there's just not a lot we can do about it. But, hey, that is the end of that. At any rate, welcome everybody to the super underwater ghetto SeaWorld gulag with Commissar Fox. And, yep, I'll be back in the next episode. Still haven't gotten up to 2 episodes a day because I'm just super busy. So I'm just going to be doing 1 episode. I got some last-minute preparations to make for State of Decay 2 for the 13th. At any rate, that is the end of that. Like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future Oxygen Not Included content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.